son.
Hey guys, Thetcglover here, how you doing today? So this would be a kind of quick video because I feel like, you know, if you run for like 8 minutes or so, it's kind of a little bit excessive and hopefully it doesn't go on that long. I was just coming to like a thought and I realized like some people, when it comes to this whole reprinting cards which obviously in the past were incredibly strong and then kind of rewording them so now they don't do the same things anymore, generally going to be a lot weaker than they were. I personally feel like it's atrocious. It's quite a word to use for that, but I feel like what they're doing to these cards are atrocious, and I feel in some degree for the people who have played longer than 10 minutes and have an idea about the power of Crush Card, which is the example I'm going to use for this video, which is coming out in Return of the Bling. We know that Crush Card's going to get an errata. Not even an errata, it's going to be a complete change of wording. It basically takes the card and says, whatever it did in the past, we forgive you, Crush Card, we're sorry, here you go, here's some crap on it now, so, you know, do what you want with it, Yu-Gi-Oh players. And so we're going to look at this new Crush Card and we're going to read it and go, I would never play this because it's not Crush Card anymore, it's some crap, you know? The fact that you don't get to screw up your opponent's next 3 draws, that was one of the most powerful things in the game, and of course it was so powerful, and because of the fact that you could tribute Sangan or Tour Guide or any of the Burning Abyss monsters, for example, meant that the card could not come back because the game needed to progress in different ways, and Crush Card was just going to interfere with that. So it was understandable why Crush Card got banned. And so why don't you just leave it there, right, so that Konami, while they are increasing the power level of the game, increasing new archetypes, breaking mechanics like rituals, breaking the Xyz mechanic, breaking synchros, well, eventually they'll do that, and breaking fusions. And while they're doing that, they need to have a little sort of benchmark, and they look in the past and they go, oh yeah, Chaos Emperor End was pretty broken, let's not errata that, because it's pretty evident that we should probably put some really powerful stuff on the ban list and keep it there. Because it's good to have a few things on the list, because, you know, regardless of how shit the game gets, at least you've got a reminder that the game could get worse, and therefore we have Envoy of the End. So what, in my opinion, they are doing is they are taking what we used to have, you know, that was destructive in the past, that was ruining the game for everyone, and then they put it away, locked it up into this little cell, and we didn't have to deal with it for, what, like 10 years now, you know. BLS came back, but that was nowhere near on the same power level. Crush Card got banned like 2008 or 9 or something. Now they're bringing it back and they're basically wiping clean their problems. The mistakes that Konami made in the past. And they're saying that basically, here we go, we didn't do anything wrong. Is there any evidence? Look at the cards, they do nothing now, they're rubbish. So that's one thing that insults me as well, is that I feel like they're not making it meta anymore. These cards, they're rewording it, so now they're playable again. But they are now completely rubbish, and I would never use them. I wouldn't use Ring of Destruction's new effect. I believe it's been changed as well. So I just don't feel like, why would anyone use them? I just feel like it's insulting to everyone who used to play the game. I feel like, you know, you need to keep a piece of history in the game so that people don't feel like they're being power creeped out, and they don't feel like they're being, you know, like it's like when you grow old and you start to not understand technology that's coming out in modern times, and you go, I just don't really understand what this shit is about anymore. Like, what is this headset stuff, you know? Of course I understand it, but like if I was like 70, I wouldn't understand that, and it's the same for Yu-Gi-Oh! Like if you don't keep track of the past, then you lose the future, and that's essentially it. If you don't, you know, as Albert Einstein, I believe he said, those who do not look back into history are doomed to repeat it. And if you wipe clean history, you will essentially fuck up your future, because you will no longer have a place where you go, okay, we can't go past Chaos Emperor of the Emperor of the End, because we know that his power level was so amazing that 10 years from his existence, he was still incredibly strong and still needed to be banned, you know? Stuff like that. So eventually we will get stuff like a Pot of Greed back, right? Pot of Greed will be changed, and there will be Graceful Charity will be changed, and all these cards will be changed, and there will be no real understanding anymore of what level we are at, what level we can go to before we start realizing we are producing cards that are stronger than what's on the list already, and then you know the game has gone to shit. So that's my opinion, and I personally, if you want to conclude that whole thing, I just feel like that they should just keep it the way it is, and I don't think these reprints are justified. It's insulting. It's like everyone who's played more than a day will know these old cards and know that they were crucial to how the game has changed over time. And now they've just like kind of shat on it. So thanks Konami, you know, thanks. So anyway, comment down below your opinions if you think the changes are just, if you think they're not. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on it because, you know, it's kind of a controversial topic and I really feel like it should be talked about. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in a few days. And until next time, the Thetcglover is out.